evening, here's top news newsletter starting with headlines. Syria takes part in Vienna conference on dangers of nuclear weapons. Jafari Syrian people patriotism is firm, no room for sedition or discord. Lavrov stresses Washington must coordinate with Damascus to fight Daesh in Syria. Israel halts American planning attacks on Muslim sites. Under the title Humanitarian Consequences of Nuclear Weapons, a conference was opened yesterday in Vienna, with Syria participation to discuss the dangers of nuclear weapons, work for a world free of such weapons. The Syrian delegation to the conference is headed by Syria's ambassador to Austria and its permanent representative to the UN and international organization in Vienna, Bassam Sabbagh. Austria Foreign Minister Sebastian Kurz warned of the devastating effects of nuclear disaster caused by the possession of nuclear weapons, calling for further efforts to put an end to its dissemination. He welcomed the presence of both US and Britain for the first time at Vienna after refusing to participate in the two former conferences. Also attending from more than 160 countries who came to Vienna to discuss risks resulting from the nuclear warheads deployed in various parts of the world. Syria's permanent representative to the UN, Dr. Bashar al-Jafari, stressed that Syria stands against the murderers who adopted a segregation policy to sow discord and disunity among the people of Syria, who are challenging the conspiracy. Jafari emphasized that the Syrian crisis experiencing needs of all to join hands and stand together in the face of advocates of injustice and promote of ideas toward of the threat of sedition. Rather, to dedicate ourselves to the values of love and tolerance. He pointed the need not to forget to spread Palestine, whose people, including Christians, have been suffering for decades from being exposed to harassment and pressure. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stressed that it was impossible to successfully fight terrorism on a territory of sovereign state without a proper coordination of actions with the legitimate authorities of that state. Washington should coordinate the fight against the terrorists of so-called ISIS through direct contact with the Syrian government and without Moscow mediation, said Lavrov in an interview with RAI Novosti. He thinks that there is a need for mediation in contacts between Damascus and the Americans, Lavrov said, adding that there was plenty of opportunities for direct contacts between the two sides. The Russian foreign minister also said the U.S. calls to join efforts in the fight against the so-called ISIS sound unconvincing, as Washington has never planned to include Moscow in a global coalition while putting Russia on the same priority threat list with ISIS fighters. France's last remaining hostage, Sergei Lazarevic, has arrived home to welcome from family members and French President François Hollande. Lazarevic was snatched in Mali November 2011 with fellow French Philippe Verdun. Verdun was killed by militants from Al-Qaeda in Islamic Maghreb, AQIM, last year. Hollande says there are no more French hostages in the world. The French government has denied paying ransoms for the release of captives. He was expected to be taken immediately to a military hospital for checkups before joining his family. Lazarevic told reporters that he would like to thank the people of Niger who have collaborated with France to get him free. He added that he left fine. Hollande also thanked the authorities in Niger and Mali who had worked towards this happy outcome. An American being held in Israel on weapons charges has told investigators he was considering attacking Muslim holy sites. Israeli police say Adam Everty Levix was arrested last month after an undercover agent discovered the alleged plot because weapons and ammunition stolen from the Israeli army were found at his home. His arrest comes with tension between Israelis and Palestine running high because of dispute over access to major holy site in Jerusalem known to Muslims as Al-Haram al-Sharif. Levix was charged on Monday with conspiring with his roommate, an Israeli soldier, to steal almost 2 kilograms of explosive from the Israeli army and being in the country illegally. He also told about his negative opinions towards the Arab population in Israel and his desire to cause harm to Muslim holy sites in Israel. The indictment said, something he subsequently admitted during questioning the police and the security services. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nibal Hneidi. Good night.